You might have noticed on our website or through our internal communications that Techo recently came up with a new brand labeled Healthy Workplace. Let's talk a bit about why and how this came about. As you know from your own experiences, but also your partners, friends, or neighbors, every company tackled this pandemic according to its own rules and regulations. Some office spaces were closed off entirely, some only partially with access to a few select rooms. Others remained open or reopened with certain restrictions, such as measuring temperatures at the front desk, wearing mandatory face masks, and keeping distance between colleagues, and also the routine disinfection of all workplaces. As Techo quickly implemented its own COVID regulations, the clients turned to us during first weeks of lockdown in the Czech Republic. One of our clients, who previously had only turned to us sporadically in the past, put in an overnight request to develop acrylic screens for their front and back offices. Techo immediately went on to produce a prototype, which could adhere to the client's needs, a fast, simple, and mainly inexpensive solution to act on their immediate office regulations. This actually turned out to be a great way to get a foot in the door with some of our more aloof clients. It was important to get the message across that companies can provide their employees with a safe working environment, and with that, get the company's office back to running as normal as possible. It became a task on its own to offer them ways to take care of their employees while minimizing the risk of catching COVID in the office. Here's where the Healthy Workplace comes into play. It inspired Techo to come up with solutions such as freestanding acrylic side screens, acrylic workstation dividers, mounted acrylic screens, an entire signage system with stickers on the floor, at the entrances, or in shared workspaces, a hygiene station, or even putting our contactless locker systems to good use. In the case of the hygiene stations, these were not only designed to disinfect your hands. Instead of having to invest in several bottles of hand gel on every work desk, these stations are meant to be portable and placed where readily available for employees throughout their office buildings. This crisis was a challenge in its own right, as we strive for new solutions in a different market segment that would bring back the old as well as new clients to our doorstep. The Healthy Workplace product line, designed for COVID measures, cannot be seen as our core business, as it's not meant to generate a large profit, but it is most definitely a tool to get closer to customers again. As for the near future of interior office design, it looks like office spaces have to adapt and largely undergo conversions, meaning the number of workstations will decrease and therefore its number of occupants. This will also show in the changes of the use of different interior products. Soft seating will come more into play, and screens and dividers will become a standardized item. As part of Techo's comprehensive services, it will be important to be on hand when our clients start the process of thinking about long-term conceptual interior works changes. Some companies will have to think about reducing their office spaces entirely. Mostly they will have to manage their employees by ways of alternating remote working with going into the office occasionally or part-time. Because whenever they decide that it's time for their employees to go back in the office, those employees, you, your friends, neighbors, your partner, need to be able to step into a space where they can feel and work safely again. And that is exactly where Techo should step in.